I've learned that people forget what you said. People forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. By Maya Angelou. Good day everyone, my name is Irene Afkavyala.
Hi, it's me, Clarence Archaga, one of the reporter of the topic TENOR, specifically punchline.
Communication is the process of sending and receiving of messages and information among people, as well as facilitating the spread of knowledge and forming relationship. Communication can vary depending on social setting and situation, and can be simplified by the Hallidayan model of three dimensions of discourse. This includes the field, tenor, and mode, and the amalgamation of these three dimensions ultimately create register in a particular situation. But as for us, we're going to explain and talk about tenor. So what is tenor? Tenor refers to the statuses and role relationship who is talking part in the interaction. It is the roles and relation being enacted in a situation. For example, me as an author, I need to know who is my audience. What is the relationship between me as an author and my audience? It is expert me or novice audience, or it is equal, or it is me who is a novice and my audience is the expert. Is the relationship personal or impersonal? Is the relationship formal or informal? Will I be writing or speaking in first person, second person, and or third person? So that is tenor. It is the relationship to the way you relate to other people when doing what you do. One aspect of tenor is status. People have power over one another. For example, if you are talking to a person with social status that are more superior, we will be more polite. If we have this same social status, it will be different. If you are talking to a person with social status that are more superior, we will be more polite. We have talking to people we have the same status, it will be a different. For example, if you're going to borrow a book from your lecturer, you will probably say, "Sir, could I please borrow your book?" While if you borrow a book from your friend, it will be different. Hardly, that's not possible. When you borrow a book from your friend, you probably use slang language or informal language. It may be colloquial. Unlike in your lecturer, you will going to use formal language. So the language you choose will be different from language that you choose when you borrow a book from your lecturer to your friend. So that's how the status and power influence how we make meaning and affects our conversation with others. And tenor, in simplest word, it refers who is talking to whom. What is the relationship between them? So there is level which tenor can be fully understood. First, examine the rule is whether the doctor to patient, teacher to student, father to son, mother to daughter, peer to peer, employer to employee, and many more. So the first one is to examine the rule. Second, look into the into the expected characteristic where they are employee or not. So you should look for the status. Third, consider the value system. If you have the same beliefs shared by constituents, so be sensitive. Tenor is by far the most complicated among the three dimensions. It signals difficulty in which message is really conveyed. It also adjusts the level of formality depending on relationship, as we have discussed that earlier. In some particular discourses, tenor is of most significant as it is concerned with the power and status of the participants.
Etymology speaking, the term punchline came from the classical puppet show of Punch and Judy. Punchline were the ones who closed the joke, so this part was named in his honor. A punchline concludes a joke. It is intended to make people laugh. It is the third and final part of the typical joke factor structure. It follows the introductory framing of this joke and the narrative, which sets up for the punchline. In the broader sense, punchline can also refer to the unexpected and funny conclusion of any performance situation, story, or in a movie. Here are famous punchlines we commonly hear in the movies. Number 1. Incompetence shall never be rewarded with blind loyalty. Very Game of Thrones. 2. With great power comes great responsibility by Spider-Man. 3. Your love is like the wind. I can see it, but I feel it. And I walk to remember. 4. Sometimes doing nothing is the hardest thing to do by Tyrion. Game of Thrones. 5. The greatest enemy of your life is yourself by Bruce Lee. Enter the Dragon. Number 6. People What They Don't Understand by Martha Superman. 7. Revenge is best served cold. Man of Fire.